Utrust has managed to blast through that $1 mark. In this video, we will take a look at some price analysis and identify some key levels that we could use as a potential area to invest, and then have a look at some profit-taking areas and some price targets. So, first up, smash that like button, make sure that you are subscribed, and let's crack on. Firstly, I would just like to run over Swissborg. They have had some massive news out recently that if you do hold Bitcoin on the Swissborg app, you can now generate a yield, which is a daily payout of Bitcoin just for literally locking your BTC up. You only have to lock it up for 24 hours. And to unlock it, it is 24 hours as well. So, I mean, once it's locked, but you can withdraw it within 24 hours. So, it's quite a cool concept. Every day around 9 o'clock UK time, you do get those funds dropped into your wallet. So 9% per year is absolutely massive, and I highly recommend you do it. Currently I'm staking, well, should I say yielding USDC on there, and I'm earning a nice daily reward from that. So now Bitcoin's on there, I can see a lot of people starting to push onto that platform and generate that passive income that we are all looking for. If you are not on Swissborg already, you will find a link for that in the pinned comment and the description of this video. Right, so hello and welcome to Operation Crypto, and welcome to a fresh video where we will be doing some price analysis on Utrust. We'll just start off with taking a look at a general market sentiment, see what's going on, and then we'll jump into some price analysis on both the USDT and the BTC pairing. So this is currently the Bitcoin market dominance. Today we have dropped right through this magical area of support, but we've bounced back above it. We did drop all the way down to 45.75%, but if you just drop down onto the lower time frames, it does show you that we've had quite a bit of a relief bounce back up. Bitcoin has started to push on a little bit, and inevitably that will make that Bitcoin market dominance grow. We have popped back up, we've hit those highs at 47.38 and we've retraced, but we've currently sat right on that level of support now. So I think if we do close a few 4-hourly candles above here, we're just looking at 4 hour. Yeah, I think we've closed a couple there. So if we do close a couple more, I think we may hang around this area for a little bit before almost certain death again. So I think BTC is just having a little bit of a bounce back here, and that will take it out here. And the Satoshi pairs are probably feeling a little bit of pain across the board, as noticed here by Ethereum. BTC, we've been on such a great run. Bitcoin's gone on a moving in, like I say, inevitably it's going to take it out in them Satoshi pairs. But I think that might be over now, and we might really start to push on. Let's just have a look at it in terms of a fib level. Here's my fib. Let's have a look at this entire move here. We dropped at 382 level and pretty much bounced back up. I mean, we still could come down to this level of support here at 0.053. But let's just monitor that and see what's going on. But let's take a look at Utrust. We have been absolutely flying. I mean, today we have created some new all-time highs. So let's just mark that level up. Here we have $1 and 6.4 cents. So just slightly above $1.06 there. So I think we have wicked through it. That magical dollar there. We did actually we failed to close a 4-hour candle above that dollar mark, so it looks like we're going to spin around. We've had such a good daily candle. If you just drop back to the daily, look at that for a daily candle. We hit some highs here, 89 cents, retraced, and then bang, we've popped straight back up. If you look at that in terms of a price range from the lows that we had on the 25th of April, which is not too long ago, we've done 223%. And if you look at today's candle, that is a massive 63% from the bottom to the top. Currently retraced, so we currently Saturday day we are up 40%, which is absolutely huge. But looking at this, so let's have a look at some potential buy zones now. We have hit that highs, retraced, and on the 4-hour time frame it will give us some good indications. We had that bullish cross here on the moving averages, so that to me shows that we are in for a little bit of sustained growth now. But you never know, this histogram could tick to the downside soon. We was close to that oversold area, so it overbought, and we have come back below that line now. So in general, market is looking okay, but you would always expect that we could get a potential turnaround. So if you just put a Fibonacci from the top of the bottom and move to the top, and we are starting to retrace now. If the market does allow, I think you're going to get some orders filled down towards that either 50% level at 85 cents, or down towards 80 cent. I think 80 cent will now act as some nice psychological support. It's a nice round number, and I think people will be interested in buying at that golden ratio, that 618 level. So if you're looking for some buys, I would pretty much look at any buys within around this region. If we do get a big market shakeout, and I mean across the board, you need to have a look at this entire move from the bottom to the top. And if I'm ever looking to invest, I target buys at this level here, so I would have 78 cent. And also potentially you could have some orders filled down at 61 cent, but that's only if we get a big market shakeout. And we know it happens. If Bitcoin drops, I don't know, another 5 or 6k from where it is, then inevitably altcoins will feel it. So short term, I would look at buys within around this area. But if the market does allow and we get a big dip, you might get some orders filled down here, but just monitor that price and see what's going on. In terms of price targets, so once we do close the daily candle above $1, I think we can really start to look at $1.20 and $1.50. And then in terms of a bit of a price prediction, if we just put Fibonacci on from the opposite way around, from the bottom and move all the way to down there where that bottom wick, you can really start to look at some of the extensions on the Fibonacci at 225. And then potentially up at 370. Well, that's quite a long way off yet. What we will do, we'll just stick to these two levels at 126 and 151 for price targets and profit taking over the course of the next few weeks to months. So let's just monitor that and see how it goes. Still waiting for a major alt season to happen. Not happened yet. We've had a lot of growth across assets, but nothing parabolic yet. So hold on to your altcoins and things should start to look very, very good soon. We'll just take a quick look at the BTC pair. We'll use this chart. UTK BTC. Again, I presume, let's just have a look on the weekly time frame. Yeah, we've not quite been up to those all time. Oh, we have, yeah, we'll be all time highs. Always disregard those first wicks. If you ever see a listing on Binance and you see a massive wick to the north, disregard that wick. It's just a listing wick, and it's always a pile of shit, to be honest. So looking at the daily time frame, we're in a nice steady period of growth until we had this massive wick to the upside. And I'm guessing the same percentage. Yeah, it's pretty much the same percentages in terms of gains on the USDT to the BTC pairings. So all's looking good on that time frame. We're heading to slightly overbought. Drop into a 4 hour if you're looking for some buy zones. Let's have a look at this area here. We will use this move. So we'll start from the bottom there to the top. And if you're looking for buys, we've already come down to that 50% level. So I think you could pretty much target buys at that 618 level, which is 1,482 sats on the lower time frames. If you go back to the daily and looking for buys, like I say, if BTC does go on a bit of a wild run, you might be able to get some orders filled a little bit lower. So from the entire move there, you could target that golden ratio level down at 1,173 satoshis. So that is the areas to buy. And then price targets, I think breaking 2,000 satoshis is the first major area. I think once you break there, flip that to support. I mean, I think you can really start to look at these fib extensions at 2230 and 2644. And then if you're looking at price predictions, let's just put that Fibonacci over the entire move from the top to the bottom. That will give some levels up, so you can look at targeting 2644. We have 3832, and then that 4.618 level at 6,210 satoshis, but we're quite a long way off that yet. I think we just need to be wary of market conditions because it's still a little bit undecided. I mean, if you look at that Bitcoin stock to flow ratio model, it's still showing that there's a potential massive upside to Bitcoin, which will inevitably take it out on the Satoshi pair. So you might even get some orders filled down here, because that's what happens when BTC starts going on a run. It bleeds out the altcoin Satoshi pairs. So yeah, that is just some price analysis today on UTK in both the Satoshi and the USDT pairings. If you have any questions in regards to anything I've covered, jump into my Telegram group, which is the Crypto Troops. And also, if you are not already, please do subscribe to this channel. And I'll catch you next time.